All right, guys, welcome to our Doctor Strange spoiler discussion. And with me tonight is Charles. How's it going, man?
Doing pretty good, and my initial thoughts on the movie it was pretty good. Not the
Okay.
best Marvel movie, but it wasn't the worst.
Okay. Follow up by Buddha.
Hello.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's do this. You're a little slow there for some reason. Your connection is kicking in and out. But I enjoyed the movie, and I thought it was the third best Marvel movie, period.
What are the other two in that third list?
Civil War and Guardians of the Galaxy. That's it.
Okay. I'm still sticking to my guns when I thought Civil War was the weakest of the Captain America movies.
No, sorry. Did I say Civil War? My bad. Sorry.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Sorry.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, then Guardians, then this. I apologize. I don't know why I said Civil War.
Wow.
All right. Well, I don't know. Just I went into the movie not knowing what to expect. I figured that I was going to enjoy it, and I did enjoy it. There were a couple of things that I was surprised, like Dormammu, or however the hell you pronounce his name. I was not expecting him to show up in Doctor Strange. I wasn't expecting to see him until at the earliest Doctor Strange 2. So I was very pleased to see him in the movie. Wong was hilarious. The scene where
I thought Wong was underused.
He was underused.
He was underused, but the scenes that he was in were just perfect. Like the scene where Benedict Cumberbatch called him Beyonce, and then the next scene you hear him listening to earbuds, listening to Beyonce. My whole theater auditorium was laughing throughout that entire scene. It was great. I thought Wong was perfect, and I would love to see him return in the second one.
Well, he's going to be in Infinity War with.
He is?
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That is very cool.
I mean, he's Doctor Strange's right hand guy, pretty much.
All right.
But I think the way they're making him is not going to be a right hand guy. He's still going to be a little bit of a mentor for Strange because Strange doesn't have the knowledge and experience, so to speak. How about you, Lou?
Like I said, I thought Wong was a little underused. I could have used him a little more. The same thing with Max Mikkelsen.
No, but
I could have used a little bit of a backstory on why he wanted the powers of the dark side.
Let's put it this way. I don't have to go into this diatribe again. Marvel makes terrible movie villains, so I just discounted it. Mikkelsen was fine. He was okay, but I don't care for Marvel villains anymore because they are just bad.
The only Marvel villain that's really worth a damn is Loki. That's it. And everyone else has been sort of so-so.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a so-so. Mikkelsen was better. I mean, like, I understood his reasoning for it. They didn't delve into it because, when you find out your master or your master he's tapping from the dark world and telling you not to. Of course, some people will go, that's just, bullcrap. So I get that. But like to your point, there's no backstory, so you're like, okay, all right. Well, I guess he's a bad guy.
I was more surprised by Dormammu showing up near the end of the movie instead of Caecilius, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Caecilius.
Yeah, Caecilius, yes.
Caecilius. Yeah, I was more surprised by I was more impressed by Dormammu than I was about Caecilius. So I don't know.
Well, you gotta understand because Dormammu is the ruler of all rulers, to where Caecilius was a henchman trying to do his work.
Yeah, but like I said at the beginning of the call here, I was not expecting to see Dormammu in this movie. I wasn't expecting it just because of how powerful he is. I would have figured that they would save someone or something like him for later in the franchise. Earliest would be Doctor Strange 2.
Well, I mean,
Doctor Strange 2, they already set that up. It's going to be Mordo.
There's Mordo. It's pretty much Mordo. I figured they would not bring Dormammu in because Dormammu is such a big villain where, when I say bring him in, even for part 2, I understood why they brought him in this movie and the way they use it, especially as soon as he started flying in, I'm like, he's going to put him in the loop. and he got there and and Dormammu was like, okay, I can't break out of this loop. Fine, I'll take your deal.
Right.
So I get that. I understood and like that whole aspect.
Yeah, but here's the thing that I have a problem with Mordo, and that's I don't like how they turned him into a villain. I don't like it. It's like because from what I understand, I understand. No, I don't like how they turned him into a villain, like in his Village and origin story. I did not care for it because from what I understand in the comics and the animated series, he was a villain for Doctor Strange because of jealousy. He was sort of passed up for a promotion. Doctor Strange became the Sorcerer Supreme when it was supposed to be Mordo who was the next in line.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it was given to Doctor Strange instead. So Mordo started attacking Doctor Strange out of jealousy. But in the movie, they changed it to where he is not really jealous, but angry at Doctor Strange's constant breaking of the rules. And so I just didn't care about that.
I mean,
I didn't.
I like that better than jealousy, dude. Jealousy is just stupid.
No, I disagree. I will agree with Charles. I mean, to me, I think what they should have done was a combination of what they did and jealousy. Because when Strange met Mordo and he helped him out, and Mordo kept on helping Strange more than anything else, I was like, there's no way they're going to use jealousy because it makes no sense to do that switch. To me, it should have been Mordo was the one who found him, and then Mordo's thinking, okay, this would be a great underling under me, when I take over. This is somebody who I can train after I take over. And then he surpasses him. You should start seeing some of that jealousy just a little. You just need sprinkles around so that at the end, when he says, this is a spoiler video, sorry. In the end credit sequence of the second one, when he says there are too many sorcerers, that connects with his jealousy because he's like, okay, I just brought in another idiot that passed me by pretty much and becomes Sorcerer Supreme. So when he just went, there are too many sorcerers, I was like, I get he was pissed that Strange broke the rules because he's a very rigid guy, but that just shouldn't take him to go start killing other sorcerers. Makes no sense.
Yeah,
I don't need the jealousy plot. I like more of the plot that he felt betrayed by the whole. Besides Strange, he felt more betrayed that Tilda Swinton lied to him that whole time.
Yeah,
that she was using some of the dark energy, but she was using it to protect the Earth.
No, she's just using it to get her life. It has nothing to do with protecting the Earth. That's why she lived so long. Had nothing to do with the Earth. It was all about her living long. I mean, to a certain degree,
she lived long to find Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
man.
but I know. But they did not express that well to that very last moment before she died. So there were a couple of things here that they didn't do perfectly, in the sense where, if they had stressed it more that that she was doing that to look for Strange, if they stressed it early in the movie that she's looking for a successor, then you don't even have to mention jealousy. You can already assume that Mordo will be jealous that Strange is moving up. You don't have to show it. You just already have told the audience what it is, and that's why I kind of agree with Charles there, where it's like it's a little just a little off.
Yeah.
But dude, when did this first comic come out? Back in the early 60s?
Late 60s,
in that
70s.
Time, you could use that jealousy angle. This is now 2016.
What? Jealousy
don't work.
Lou, it will. The thing is that the jealousy would have worked a hell of a lot better for his character development if they actually used it, but they didn't. And so now in Doctor Strange 2, Mordo becoming a villain is not going to make any sense, and his character is going to suffer for it.
Let me tell you what it reminds me of. It's slightly better, but it reminded me of Green Lantern, the movie, where at the end credits, what did they have? They have Sinestro just taking up a yellow ring and becoming, Sinestro, of the yellow corpse. That was it. And this felt almost the same way. I mean, it was done better, but I was like, you guys fudged this one a little bit. You fudged it because
I don't see it that way.
Because to me, it's breaking his principles. He's a principle guy.
He broke his principles once he left.
No. He said he's
His principles were broken once.
no.
His principles broke
That was not
once
his.
Tilda Swinton.
That was not his principle. His principle is that he's steadfast and he obeys the rules. Now, when his people obeyed the rule, disobeyed the rules, he said, "I'm leaving you because you're not obeying the rules." Then he goes off and breaks the rule by killing another sorcerer.
Yeah, but you notice that he said he's been away for months. Killed homeboy.
Yeah,
2 weeks later,
I know.
He went.
I know he went
thoughts, and he realized, you know what? I'm going about this the wrong way. I'm going to start gaining power by taking the power.
Yeah,
what are you guys talking about? Are you talking about a post-credit scene?
Yes.
I only stayed for the post-credit scene where Doctor Strange was talking to Thor.
Okay.
Are you see? You're one of the fools that always leaves when you shouldn't leave. Marvel always posts 2 credit scenes unless you are told there's only one. Only happened, I think, in the last movie with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I did not want to stay for throughout the entire Black Letter Crawl thing. Whatever.
Well, then that's your own fault. Now that's why you don't understand the whole purpose of Mr. Mordo going around taking other people's shit.
Okay. All right. Besides that, let's talk about the second and first end credit scene or mid credit scene, the one with Thor.
But you realize that scene will be in the Thor movie.
Yeah, it will be in the Thor movie because Thor and Loki.
All they did was just give us a nice little teaser for the next Marvel movie for Thor, because they did that with Civil War when they put at the end of Ant-Man last year, when they put that scene in for the Civil War scene in the Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So that particular scene movie.
Yeah, no, I know.
So all they're doing is saying that Doctor Strange will show up in Thor for probably no more than 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, because they look for Bleecker Street, 17 Bleecker Street. They go there, they meet Strange. Strange sees Loki and Thor. They talk. He drinks lots of mead, and bam.
I just like the fact that Thor's like, I don't drink tea. Then he has a beer, and the beer keeps refilling.
Yeah. Pretty much, he's probably just rewinding time on the beer. That's all.
Could have been.
So what do you think of, characters, all the different characters? What did you think of Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One?
I liked her. I liked her as the Ancient One. I thought she was good. I can see why some people would have a problem with it, but still, I didn't have a problem with it. I was completely fine with it. I thought Tilda Swinton was great as the Ancient One. She was able to kick a lot of ass. That's pretty much all I got to say on the matter.
How about you?
She was fine. I just had one issue: her bald head. I could tell that was a cap.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely.
I could tell it was a cap because it looked puffy. It looks puffy. They should have just made it. They should have just gave her a crew cut and then put the cap on her if she didn't want to go completely bald. But no, they had to put the thing on and it looked like a puffy bald head.
It's one of those things because for her, it depends on, maybe she signed on for another movie before even this one, and the shoot date was completely different. She shaves her head. It's just going to be difficult, of course, for whatever they want to do in that movie.
Put a wig on.
I have to say too, me too. I was impressed with her as the Ancient One. I love her fight sequence at the beginning. That was awesome. I talked about it a lot when I said they should just cast an Asian actor. I still believe they should have, because why not? I mean, the original character was that, and to me, it just is easier to do that anyway than trying to go, oh, here's the Ancient One, and she's white.
But see, you notice when Strange first gets there, he's assuming the Ancient One was the old guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I mean, they try to play with it. No, and I hear it. My own thing is just like really mentally for a movie. Marvel has been talking about diversity, and they're trying to do more. This is your easy chance. Whereas written is the character, you don't have to do anything, right? Just cast it and be done. Simple. True. Anyway, other characters. I I liked Rachel McAdams, even though her role was really short. See, I like this movie because there was no lovey-dovey rubbish. It was straightforward. I mean, yeah.
Man, he was a
capital
D.
He was a douchebag. Definitely douchebag. Which other characters did you guys like?
I enjoyed Rachel. She did it, for what she was used for. I enjoyed. I liked Wong, Mr. Benedict Wong, since someone couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, it is Benedict Wong. That's why I didn't like. I knew it was something Wong, but I was like, his name can't be Wong playing Wong.
Dude, you could have even just said Kuba Khan.
No, I said Khan. I said he's Khan in Marco Polo. But anyway, how about you, Charles?
You struggle.
I like Christine, who was played by Rachel McAdams. I thought she was very cool. It's a little disappointing that she's not going to become the movie version of Night Nurse, because we know Claire is Night Nurse in the Netflix shows. So Christine could have been Night Nurse in the movies, but that's not gonna,
same universe.
So that's not going to happen. So that sucks. Let's see who else. I loved Wong, but I like at the beginning he was severely underused, and I hope we see more of him in Doctor Strange 2 and maybe even Thor Ragnarok, but unlikely. And he's going to show up in Infinity War, which is also good. But let's see who else. Despite Mordo's flaws, I did like him. Caecilius was a weak villain, but there were a few moments with his scenes that I did enjoy, like the whole Mr. Doctor, perhaps who am I to judge, that kind of thing. I thought that scene was hilarious. I thought it was very funny. Let's see who else. Zealot number 3. I really liked Zealot number 3.
What? Who the heck is Zealot number 3?
The blonde person.
Wow. I like the cape of levitation. I liked it had its own personality.
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. The action sequences were nice. Doctor Strange's
that cape had a mind of its own.
Doctor Strange's action sequences himself were when the Ancient One showed up. Yeah, that was the two best action sequences were at the beginning and when she showed up the second time. That was it.
The only issue is I guess it's his arrogance. Well, not his arrogance, but more of his whininess about his goddamn hands. It's like, dude, you're learning how to use magic. Stop worrying about your hands. All you got to do is hocus pocus shit. You don't need your hands to go surgically do shit no more. Give it up.
No, well, true, but I get it with Strange though, because the ego and his character in the comic book, the ego they showed on film is nothing compared. He's worse than Iron Man when Iron Man was egotistical. He's very egotistical dude. So for me, I understood that part where he was like, okay, his hands were still top priority, but he forgot to realize that he could have healed himself if he wanted to. Now that he can control magic, he for some reason he thought that would just happen on its own. So, but you're going to say something, Charles?
I was just going to say that with. Lou is saying that Doctor Strange needs to get over it, that he just needs to accept it as it is and all that. Well, it's not going to work. I mean, sure, he's egotistical and he's arrogant, but at the same time, he was an extremely successful neurosurgeon, and that was a part of his livelihood. So try to imagine 1 minute you're performing brain surgery and you're like a rock star at your hospital, and then the next minute, all of that is taken away. You are now left with literally nothing. You've lost your career. You've lost your money. You've pretty much lost your dignity. I can completely understand completely why Doctor Strange was doing what he was doing. I completely understand.
But I'll tell you something that's very funny and interesting, right? The reason why Strange became Doctor Strange is not because he had the accident. It's because of his ego. The reason I'll tell you why is that in real life, even though he's egotistical and he loses his hands, every hospital will be dying to hire him just for him to talk and teach somebody else. because of how smart he is.
Yep.
Literally any hospital will. But because his ego was so big, he thought he could do things himself. And you saw that ego when he was dying he was on the table and he jumped in his astral form and he goes just a little higher. That's how you know how egotistical he is. Like the person who he trusts to save him is like, I trust you, but let's just make sure that you hit the right spot, just so you don't miss it. That's how bad he is, and that's how he became strange.
Frankly, I lose all my money here to do the circle of time and go through dimensions and shit. I'm going into a bank and I get all my money back, bro. I won't be poor again.
No,
I'll never be poor. Now he's serving a greater purpose.
Yeah, I mean, he can conjure up anything he wants. So it's not even a matter of like it's like him. See, him and Green Lantern, and those are the kind of people that can make up stuff. Like Green Lantern should never even consider himself broke. I want a brand new Xbox. I mean, that's all you need to do. Granted, the Xbox will look green, but you can play it on your
cares?
TV. Yeah,
playing my game.
Exactly. So it definitely is possible. But anyway, final thoughts. Let's give some final thoughts on Doctor Strange. I'll start off with you, Lou, since Charles started off first. Lou, Buddha.
I mean, well, we got nothing else on it until Infinity War to see him again.
I said your final thoughts. I didn't say your desperation to see Doctor Strange again. What is wrong with you? So two different things.
The movie was great. There's, the car crash. They did that scene beautifully.
Yeah, that was very good.
How he survived all that is a miracle in itself. Because he went through some shit.
Yeah.
Bounced around like a ping pong in that damn Lamborghini.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like his watch collection.
Yeah, very nice watch collecting. Very nice.
Oh boy, just the spinning around like that, like that's badass.
How about you, Charles?
My final thoughts on the movie is that Doctor Strange was good, but it wasn't the best Marvel movie that we've gotten. I wouldn't even put it in the top 3, maybe the top 5.
Whoa! State your other 4. Let's back this up. Back it up.
Okay, my other 4 would have to be Captain America, Winter Soldier. Damn it! Now you're having me getting confused. Damn it, E. But no, it's going to be Winter Soldier at the top. It's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy just under that. Ant-Man under that. And then let's see, what's the one?
I'm doing Trump here. Wrong. Sorry, go ahead.
I like Ant-Man. All right, you shut up. I like Ant-Man. And then
I like Ant-Man too, but it ain't no top 3.
I would have to say that underneath Ant-Man, I would have to put.
See, now you're having a hard time.
All right, fine. All right, I would put Doctor Strange at the 4th.
I mean, Ant-Man for you is a personal favorite, but Ant-Man to me is like a number 5, 6 movie. Because it had a terrible villain. Terrible, not weak, terrible villain. That villain was so forgettable beyond belief. What's his name?
Yellow Jacket? You didn't like Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, Yellow Jacket.
You know why?
Darren Cross is his
because
name.
the actor who played Yellow Jacket, he plays the same role all the time. Forget the fact that Marvel also does a bad job with all his villains. But Yellow Jacket actor was very mundane and flat. I'm like, how would even Wasp date somebody like that? Like, in my mind, I'm like, really?
I don't think she was dating him at all. I think she was just his business partner.
No, they were dating.
Ooh.
I don't even remember them dating in that movie, but okay.
Yeah,
I mean, but I liked
it. It was implied that they were dating, pretty much.
I liked Ant-Man. I did.
I didn't say I didn't like it. Ant-Man's a movie that I just can't watch again.
Oh, I've seen it like 3 times already.
Yeah.
What the hell? You've watched Star Trek Beyond already 3 times.
No, I've watched Star Trek Beyond twice. No, yeah, all right, yeah, 3 times, once in the theater, twice at home. Okay, fine, whatever.
All right.
You watch, dude, every movie you purchase, you watch at minimum 5 times.
Well,
That is
Lou-
bullshit.
Now Lou's just increasing the number. Now, it's 3 times. No, it's 5 times. Next time,
Bullshit.
now Lou.
How many times have you watched Avengers?
Who, me?
Me, I watched Avengers 6 times so far.
Okay, point made. How many times you've already watched Ant-Man 3? I'm pretty sure you've watched Winter Soldier at minimum 4.
Five.
I've watched Winter Soldier at a minimum of at a maximum of twice. I've only seen it twice.
Okay, all right.
Civil War I've seen twice as well.
And we've already established you've seen Star Trek Beyond 3 times. How many times you've watched the first Star Trek and Into Darkness?
Into Darkness I've only seen twice, and then Star Trek I've seen 7 or 8 times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Are you trying to see it for like, if you missed something?
No,
I mean,
I'm watching it because it's a good freaking movie.
okay, I mean, come on, Lou. How many times do you think I've seen Man of Steel? That's never even counts, right? There's no way to count. BVS, I remember I've watched it a bunch of times. I watched it twice in theaters, and then I watched it.
Yeah, but see, the reason you saw it twice in theaters was one, you went with Sam, and the other one was a date. Or another group of friends.
No, the first one was I had to go for the review. I drove to Boston to go watch it.
Yes, because you had the IMAX review thing to go
yeah.
to.
And then the second one I went with Sam, and then I watched it at home, and then I watched it again for the Blu-ray review.
The 4K cut don't count because not too many people have 4K. You were doing a review of it in 4K.
But I mean, I could have just watched it in bits and done the review because I could say, oh, this is just a quality. But I watched it. I'm just saying, Man of Steel. I just throw it up and I'm like cooking and I watch. Hey, look, The Matrix. I watched The Matrix. This is me here in support of you, Charles. I watched The Matrix in theaters 7 times.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to do that. There is a movie that I saw multiple times in the theater, and that was Batman Begins, and I saw it in the theater 4 times.
Same here, 4. That was 4 times too. And but Jeez. In my own way of defense, The Matrix, I only paid for 1 ticket. I didn't sneak in. I had bets with friends because remember when it came out, Star Trek was going to come out the week after or 2 weeks after. I was like, trust me, I guarantee you, if you don't like this movie, I will pay you. I'll pay for my ticket and yours, but you're paying for tickets right now, and didn't. So I got into watch it 7 times, and then Batman Begins. I took a couple of friends, actually a couple of my female friends, like 4 of them. They were the last ones to see it. They're like, "Oh, come on, this is gonna be like Batman and Robin. It's gonna suck," and they're like, "Ooh." I'm like, "Thank you very much. Now give me back that $20 I just paid for my ticket."
Look, the first Transformers movie, I saw it in the theater 5 times.
What? I mean, okay, Lou.
I'm a Transformers fan.
Lou, we're talking about quality films here, okay? I mean,
that movie was quality.
No, it wasn't.
Don't give me that shit.
No, it wasn't.
It was to me.
It wasn't.
No, look, we're not talking about.
We're
talking about your feelings here, okay? Keep the feels out of it.
Everyone has their own personal preference as far as quality. I saw it 5 times in the theater, and when I bought the Blu-ray, I saw about another 6 times at home because it had surround sound, and I love to annoy my mother. And then when Revenge of the Fallen came out, I saw that one twice in the theaters. I went once by myself and once with my kids.
Okay, all right.
But then at home, I gotta love surround sound.
Wow. Well, at least Lou enjoys his movies. You know, Charles and I were talking about some quality, good entertainment.
Hey, what to you is quality, to me is eh.
Really? So you would rank Transformers over Man of Steel and Batman Begins and Matrix in terms of quality? In terms of
Matrix
quality.
Sucks.
The first Matrix? Oh no!
All the Matrixes suck. That was the worst movie franchise ever. You could mute me, do whatever. To me,
I had to. You called it. I wasn't even going to mute you. You're like, you can mute me. I was like, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oh my God, I hated those movies.
I'm sorry that you could not open your mind. You know, it's okay that your mind's only limited to Michael Bay explosions of pure uselessness and foolishness. That's fine, Lou. That's fine. You do what you do, bro. You do you. You do you. Okay.
That's right. I do.
All right, guys. That's pretty much it for the show. Thank you everyone for joining in. If you have any comments or want to just chat and discuss, leave them down in the comment section of the video. And I want to say thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.
Bye-bye.